Hey guys, this is Joe, the Real Estate Pro, and today we are here with Laurie, which is our insurance rep. And all my clients mostly know her, or at least have dealt with her. I love to recommend her because of her. She's very professional. She always likes to compare apples to apples. We always say that. And so I have her here. Laurie, why don't you do so? You say so.
Yes, hi, thanks, Joe. So I'm Laurie Feltman. I am an insurance producer with Hudson United Insurance. I specialize in home, auto, excess liability, all of your personal insurance needs.
All right, cool. And so we're just gonna cut to the questions that we have, and I kind of like took some notes. So if you see me looking away, that's what's going on. Because I didn't want to forget. Since we have here, this was like spontaneous. It happened just right like this. So the first question we have is, what should I be on the lookout when you're purchasing? When you're home purchasing, meaning like what things that could affect the rate when it comes to buying the insurance once you buy the house.
Right. So very important. Once you are in contract with the house and you go for your homeowner insurance, the insurance companies will come out to inspect those houses.
Okay.
So the important things you want to look at that are big ticket items are the roof.
Okay.
You want to make sure the roof's in decent condition. If the inspector tells you you may only have a year or two of life left on the roof,
Okay.
it's very possible that the home insurance company is going to make you replace that roof sooner rather than later.
Okay.
So that's very important. Pay attention to what the inspector says about the roof. Hardscape, driveway, walkway, stairs all need to be in good condition. If you see that a driveway is crumbling, has holes in it, trip and fall hazard, the insurance company may make you replace that driveway.
Okay.
And then the last big ticket item are trees. They don't like big trees hanging over the house where they could fall on the house, or big branches. They don't like growth like bushes and stuff up, on the house.
Oh, okay.
So just keep in mind that the insurance company is going to inspect the house, and they are going to make you correct things if they're concerned about it.
All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's actually pretty cool. I always kind of like get an eye for the trees when they're like very close to the house, because I've dealt
Right.
with this already, and I like to kind of like point those things when we're looking at properties like that. Second question for you: when should I start shopping for home insurance?
So I always say start shopping right away. Once you're out of attorney review,
Okay.
start shopping for the home insurance, because there are things that could come up that affect your rate, and maybe it's going to be more than you thought it was.
Okay.
And you absolutely should shop it around with different carriers. At Hudson United, we work with 15 different insurance carriers.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I'm going out to all of my markets, seeing where I can get you the best coverage. But if anything comes up that we need to address, you don't have to buy the insurance right away. You need the insurance for your clear to close
Yes.
from the mortgage
The
company.
bank will require that. Yes.
Yeah, but at Hudson United, we don't issue or bill policies until the day you close. But I certainly would recommend anybody shop it right away just to get some rates and see what they're looking at, so you can work it into your budget.
Good, good, good. All right. So we go into the next question that I have is, how is the amount of the coverage figured out?
Okay, good question, because it doesn't, as far as the insurance company goes, it does not matter how much you are paying for the house
Okay.
or what the market appraisal, that bank appraisal comes in at. It's if this house is a total loss, what is it going to cost for us to rebuild ground up?
Oh.
We determine that number it's really based on square footage, year the house was built, how many stories is the house? Is there a basement? Is the basement finished? How many
Okay.
bathrooms are there? What's the finishings inside? So we determine that rebuild cost, and then when the insurance company is coming out to do that inspection,
Okay.
they are making sure you're insuring the house adequately.
Gotcha.
So that rebuild cost could be under what you're paying for it, or it could be over what you're paying for it. There's no correlation.
Okay. And then the next question is, will I get the current cost to replace my home if something happened?
Yes, so we always strive to insure the house for the estimated cost to rebuild. That's what the the insurance company is going to require. But built into the policy with any policy is an additional 25% above that. So there's a little cushion. So if we're off on the rebuild cost, you have a 25% cushion. And then some companies offer 50% above, and some companies will offer guaranteed replacement cost. So that's all of the things you want to look at when you're comparing insurance companies.
Okay.
That's why you really need to work with a professional to compare the coverages for you,
Okay.
because it's not straightforward. There's a lot of different coverages that companies offer, so you want to make sure you're covered the right way.
Okay. The next question is kind of like I always like to point when we're going for a house to make sure that the house if the house is or not in the flood area, and so basically the next question is, do I need flood insurance?
So the short answer is you only need flood insurance. I'm sorry, the mortgage company is only going to require flood insurance if you're in a hazardous flood zone.
Got it.
So every property is in a flood zone. It's whether or not it's hazardous.
Okay.
And we can look that up for you. You know that, I've
Yeah.
done that for you several times. And if it's hazardous, then the mortgage company is going to require that you carry
that.
flood insurance. But keep in mind, flood insurance is never covered under a homeowner policy.
Okay.
So for those of us that are not located in a hazardous flood zone, it doesn't mean our property can't flood. We can still flood, and it's not going to be covered under the home insurance, even though we're in a non-hazardous zone. So
It happened to
honestly,
me.
right, exactly. Yeah. So the real answer is everybody should carry flood insurance, but whether or not the mortgage company is going to require it for closing
Well,
is
at
what
least
zone you're in.
when you're not in the hazardous area, I'm guessing that the flood insurance is way cheaper than it is when you go to
Theoretically, it should be less. So certainly everybody should be getting a quote for flood insurance at the very least.
All right, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good to know. And then, what is an umbrella policy?
So an umbrella policy is excess liability coverage. And so it covers you above your auto, your home, if you own a boat in your own name, if you have a secondary home in your own name. It's strictly liability, comes in increments of $1 million,
Okay.
and basically protects your assets in the event of a devastating lawsuit.
Okay.
So it's really important. Relatively inexpensive for 2 cars in one house. You're probably in the $250, $300 range a year for $1 million of coverage. So again, it's something that everybody should look into and at least know it's available.
Okay. And then, when do I pay for the home insurance? And also, I would like to add on that, like, how much do I pay? Like, what's the process on that?
So assuming you have a mortgage, the mortgage company is going to require that you pay the home insurance in full for 1 year.
Okay.
In order to get your clear to close, you need 1 year paid receipt, and proof of homeowner insurance has to be provided to the mortgage company.
Okay.
So you have to make sure you have that money saved.
Okay, but what happened when, like, because I've had a lot of clients, and then I guess you have the best answer for it, and that's why I'm letting you in. Like a lot of people ask me, already paid for the whole year. Why am I paying again for every mortgage payment? I have to pay the home insurance, so people don't understand what's going on there.
Exactly, I know a lot of people don't. Most buyers don't understand it. So the mortgage company is going to escrow for you. So you're going to pay. Let's say the premium's $1,000. You're going to pay that $1,000 up front. Then that $1,000 is going to be divided by 12 and worked into your mortgage payment. So once you close on the house, every mortgage payment over the next 12 months is going to have a piece of that homeowner insurance,
Gotcha.
and it's going to go to the insurance escrow account.
Okay.
So when your policy renews next year, the insurance company is going to bill the mortgage company directly.
Okay.
So you're basically paid up a year in advance on your homeowner
All right.
insurance.
So then the next year, what happens is that you're just collecting for the following year. Is that what's
Correct. You're always the mortgage company is always collecting to pay that next year's premium.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much, Laurie, for
welcome.
this interview. I hope a lot of you got some answer to your questions. If you have any other questions or whatever, just comment below, and we will definitely contact her, or we will definitely get back to you guys. All right. Thank you so much, Laurie, so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day, and stay tuned. Bye.